back, guys. Time for an episode of Judge That Player. So Dracula, light tank right here at the beginning. I'm looking for him getting straight off into a position, being a medium tank to help spot. Now the fact he's looking around to see what his team is doing already losing points here. So that's not really what you want to do. You want to quickly get to those effective spotting positions to help not only you make decisions on where the enemies are, but also helps your team. So that, honestly, I would have done differently. He's being a supportive player, moving with his team, but didn't really take advantage of that spotting at the beginning or even trying to spot. That makes a pretty big impact on the game when you're playing. And now it's kind of playing this chance of poking out and relying on your armor, which the Dracula doesn't even have any armor. So already kind of off the bat here, I'll be honest with you, this is a bit of a rough start. Not really the way I would have personally played the Dracula. He's not quite using the Dracula as to the effective way of how based on the Dracula's strengths and weaknesses, I guess so to say. But he is trying to pay attention and look around, not so much, I guess, tunnel visioning on one, looking for those opportunistic shots, but yeah, putting himself in a position to rely on his armor quite a bit. He's already put himself in a pretty bad position multiple times. So this is a bit of a rough game. He's kind of stuck right now with that T-29 down there pointing his cannon up at him. Looks like he's trying to look for those opportunistic shots, but keeps getting nailed. So curious to see how this turns out. Well, let's see. He popped out without, I guess the third person view there's a bit hard to see where that Jade Panther is shooting. Missed, unfortunate, especially with enemies potentially pointing their cannon at the direction before poking around a corner. I try to use my third person view to get an idea of where they're pointing that cannon. Let's see what he does here. He is now relying on the landscape to protect him. That tiger is not angled correctly. He is completely exposing his weak side, just allowing him to get penned. Yeah, that tiger is not positioned very well. He's exposing way too much of his flat armor on the side. So down already a few teammates here, which is not good. That was RNG on his side, it looks like. Lucky bounce. Dracula once again has no armor, but could have hit that gun mantlet. And just looks like he's kind of got himself in a little bit of a pinch here, so he can't really quite use his maneuverability. The team is just falling apart. Hit again. Slow, trying to get away, and don't get hit. Okay, good. That was one of those using the maneuverability aspects that is beneficial. Now this is more of using the maneuverability, and the advantages of the Dracula is looking for those opportunistic shots. This is using his strength. He's now kind of zipping around the Tiger P. Oh wow, another lucky bounce. RNG is on his side this game, it looks like. And wow, his team is down. So now Dracula has the best engine power to weight ratio of any tank in the game. Tiger P is being a heavy is a bit slower. It's good with that close encounter here. Definitely has a Tiger P in a pinch or in a bad situation. So that was a great use of using his speed, his advantage, and exposing the Tiger P's weakness. right, that bulldog there kind of put himself in a bad position, but now it looks like he's getting ganged up on. The numbers have been even, so this is good. Using that maneuverability, trying to hide behind some of the ruins, utilizing the landscape here. He's got to be very, very careful because this guy does have a larger amount of hit points right now. Calling for help. But his other teammate very well could be, it looks like he's occupied right now and kind of busy, so not a whole lot of options for help. So really, yeah, he's really trying to utilize the landscape to protect himself, not get himself in a position to completely rely on his armor. Oh man, that would have been super helpful to get that hit, but excellent way to pay attention to the surroundings. Unfortunately, his teammate does not make it. It is now a 2 versus 1. Let's see if he can somehow pull out of this. This VK is thirsty for some Drac. So he's got to try figuring something out. He's got to be very careful because he is... Wow, that VK is not using his ability to use his traverse. Yeah, that was unfortunate for him, but honestly, great for the Drac. It was very, very needed. So now I believe this J Panther was just a 1 hit, but so is he. And I'm not sure why he's calling for help. Oh, beautiful. Yep, awesome. Well, honestly, there was a lot of things that I would have done differently, but as you can see, it worked out in your favor. So great job. Thank you so much for the replay. Going into the second one, so we've got the KV-1S. And right here off the bat, there's not really a lot of looking around. There's not a lot of movement, which is like not a good sign. Already kind of off to a rough start. Going into town, honestly, I feel like is underrated. The town setting is a great area for heavy tanks. So like I would say, just kind of right off the bat there, the fact that he wasn't moving was not a plus. It was not a positive. He's playing very cautiously, almost a bit too cautiously, I would say. Not quite putting himself in those advantageous positions. Now, the KV-1S does have a longer reload, so you don't want to get yourself completely in an alone position. You do need to be within view range of your team and vice versa for that support. So, I mean, he's definitely a position for that, but he's playing a bit too cautiously here. It looks like he was able to get a great snapshot. The KV-1S does not have great accuracy, so trying to take shots from further back is not the KV-1S's strengths. We'll kind of see what else happens here. So it looks like, now if I were to do some enemy counting, which is what I do talk about in some of my tips and tricks vids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he has almost about the entire enemy team on this one side. So they're pretty all sectioned off to this one little area, which is very bad for them. That's a very, very bad lineup. And let's see what else we can do here. I mean, he's playing a little too far back, but I mean, he is able to get some snapshots through this window here. He's honestly almost playing more like a tank destroyer rather than a heavy tank. He's not, yeah, these enemies are not utilizing the strong points of their tanks at all, giving him the advantage. Everyone is almost not quite using their strong points, which is definitely putting him in a great spot, and he's able just to consistently kind of work his way through here and just peek up, get some shots. Unfortunate on that one fire shot he got. But they're down one. Let's see if things turn around here for them. We got this Kuro that might be pushing up. Could put that KV-1S in a bad position. M6 is pushing. That M6, I can't tell if he's trying to side scrape, but it's really good because he's not, he's paying attention to what the enemy is doing, what his team is doing, and he's still trying to support them. So honestly, good job there. Looks like this Kuro is branching out a little bit here. Maybe trying to see about taking that VK on. Okay, so they're still down one. And this KV-1S friend of his does not have a whole lot of hit points left. So this was great, coming over here, helping his team out, poke out, put in that good hole. So let's see if he can. Man, this guy, his teammate is just not positioned very well. He is not in a place to utilize his strengths. So it looks like he was able to save his friend. He's getting hit from behind. They are coming up. There's a decent amount of hit points on the table. So let's see what happens. Yeah, this is a bit of a rough. Wow. Great shot there. Is able to get it off before. I don't know if that guy was reloading or just really trying to aim in, but. He would have had better accuracy. Let's see. Okay, he's not angled good. He's not. Yeah, he wasn't angled quite enough. Wow, lucky shot, I would have said. Having the turret kind of off to the side, definitely lucky shot. But oof, yeah, he's got himself a bit in a pinch here in this. Yeah, I would say if that ARL pushed, definitely put him in a very bad spot here. One-on-one, okay, this is where I would have, yeah, I'd be thinking, okay, it's definitely game over, but holy cow, he got lucky. Now, wow, all right, well, honestly, another one where there would have been a lot of different things I would have done, but it just so happened to work out. So honestly, great job. Masteries, you definitely did the damage output, definitely got the kills. So good job, everyone. This is the Muffin here. Stay cool and keep tanking.